welcome back to another episode of Simply Science. Today we are going to talk about simple circuits, which are also called series circuits, and parallel circuits. So we've already learned a lot about simple circuits, how to wire them, how to make them connect, draw circuit diagrams, but now we're moving on to parallel circuits. But before we get into all of that, the first thing I'd like you to do, as usual, is put your name and date at the top of the page and highlight our I can statement for the day. Our problem for today is in a circuit with multiple lights, what are two different ways we can wire the circuit? So I'm sure you've guessed right now that one way is series and one way is parallel. But what does that actually mean? So I'd like you to hypothesize now and tell me how you think you could make the wires different each time you wire a circuit. And all we're trying to do is light some bulbs with a battery and some wire. How could we wire it in different ways? And now you can write your hypothesis. Okay, so the materials we are going to need for this lab are two 1.5 volt batteries. You can see here I've got them in a battery holder and I've got two 1.5 volt batteries there. Check. I'm also going to need 3 light bulbs in their holders. Okay, we know what those look like. 1, 2, 3. We're also going to need quite a few alligator clips or alligator wires. Remember, there are little alligator mouth looking clips here. Great, so now let's get into our procedure. So I'm going to lay out all the demos for you and I'm going to talk through those with you. But basically what you're going to want to do is observe each demo that I do under procedure column, and you're going to write your observations. So your observations should focus around the questions you see in that second column, like how bright is your bulb or what happened to the rest of the bulbs. So while I'm doing the demonstrations, I want you to be writing your observations on your sheet. All right, in demo 1 here, we can see that the light bulb is very bright. And to show you guys, I've just turned down the lights a little. All right, next demo here, we can see that the light bulbs have gotten less bright, and I'll show you by turning down the lights. Definitely not as bright as before. So now we're trying to unscrew one light bulb from a series circuit, and you can see right away that second light bulb actually goes out. Unconnected. So here we've added a third bulb, and you'll notice that it's really dim. It's really hard to see. Let's hit those lights. And if you look really closely, you'll notice not all the bulbs are the same brightness. All right, so now I'm constructing a parallel circuit. You can see that I'm attaching clips to the next light bulb, and I'm making another circle. A parallel circuit is just kind of 2 series circuits attached. So now that I've constructed my parallel circuit, I'm noticing that those bulbs are really bright, equally lit, and now I'm going to try unscrew one bulb. So you can see that the first bulb goes out, but the second bulb actually stays lit. What's also really cool about this is that even if I move to the other light bulb and unscrew it, it doesn't matter which one you unscrew, the other will stay on. How cool is that? Now we've added a third light bulb to our circuit, and if you'll notice, all the bulbs are still really, really bright and equally lit. You can tell when I dim the lights here. So just to show you guys a little bit more, I'm going to unscrew the middle bulb this time. And you can see that the middle one goes out, but the first and the third are still on. Cool. The question is now, why is this happening?
Why? 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 Why?
So to show you in this little diagram, you can see electricity is moving from negative to positive in this series circuit, and it only has one path to take. In the parallel circuit, you can see that suddenly the electricity has 2 paths to take. It has 2 options
where it will go.
So the reason why in a series circuit when you unscrew one bulb they all go off is because the electricity only has that one path. So once the path is blocked, that's it. Whereas in a parallel, so this is series one path. You take this guy out of the path, problems, no more electricity. Here you've got this path going and this path going. So even if I take this guy out, the electricity says, I don't care, I'm gonna go this way instead. So that's why that bulb can stay on if I unscrew that one. Even if I add a third one, even if I unscrew this one or this one or this one, doesn't matter. The electricity still has all these different paths to take.
Okay.
All right, guys, so now that we've kind of discussed what went on in the lab, let's fill in this chart here based on what we learned. So, in a series circuit, a circuit where the electricity or the electric current only has one path to take, right? In series circuit, there's only one path for it to go. The whole circuit blank if one of the loads doesn't work. So if one bulb goes out, you guys saw in the demo, the whole circuit goes out. So the whole circuit, we're gonna say doesn't work if one of the loads doesn't work. If one thing doesn't work, nothing works. As more bulbs are added, there is more resistance, causing each bulb to light less brightly. Okay, let's go on to parallel. So you can pretty much guarantee if you knew what the answers were for series, then it'll be the same except opposite for parallel. So let's go through it together.
Okay.
Parallel, a circuit where the electric current has, so series had one path, this one has multiple. This can be two or more, multiple paths to take. Each load has its own circuit and will not stop working if another load stops working. Blank amounts of electricity reach all loads, causing each bulb to light. Okay, so the same amount or equal amounts of electricity reach all loads, causing each bulb to light the same. So remember my series circuit, as we added bulbs, it got dimmer and dimmer and dimmer, and some might have been brighter than others. It was all unequal. But as soon as we did the parallel circuit, the bulbs were actually equally lit and brighter as well. So for your circuit diagram, I'm going to do that on the next slide, okay?
Okay.
So our concluding question, or our final question, is which way to wire a circuit, series or parallel, is more effective for lighting multiple loads? So which one is better for lighting more than one light bulb, basically? So I'd like you to think about everything that we learned in this lab, and then I would like you to write down your conclusion as detailed as you can. Once you're finished writing your detailed conclusion, I would like you to take a picture and send it to me for some feedback, okay? It's not going to be marked. I just want to see how you guys are doing on your conclusion, if you reached the right conclusion. And as usual, I'll post the key in your science folder on Thursday. All right, awesome work today, everyone. As usual, if you have any questions or concerns, please message me or Mr. Matt or Miss Mavish. And I will see you again on another episode of Simply Science.
Ah.